couple of minutes to go with me, and nearly same today as was at Hampden yesterday. Come on, Hoops. Welcome to Jared Quinn. Welcome to Peter Hughes. We're on 95 minutes now. That's it. Game's done and dusted. Big shout out to Stephen Johnston. I think they're going to put on. What about that game? What about that game? Show you this place before we go. There. And then there is only about 5 people in here or something. No, about 8 or 9. Take the scarf. And then there's the. Yes, a win's a win at the end of the day. A win is a win. You can see the screen. It's actually it's quieter inside than it is outside. Just make sure that the volume's okay. The volume should be sound. But Alicante Celtic Supporters Club. It was okay. I've been to better Celtic Supporters Club. There was a lot of people winning here today. Here we go, Stephen, another 3 points. Discuss reasons. Carly says yes. Stephen Johnson says yes. It's not letting me get all the comments. Brendan says a cruise Celtic were in good shape. Can't wait for the new signing. Shut up the merchants of doom and panic merchants, says Brendan. I've got to say that game today, St Mirren are terrible. I can't wait to message a mate and see how bad. See the blue sky for you. See how bad St Mirren were. They're not even a football team. It's terrible football that they played. It was a good 3 points. It was good to get the result at the end of the day. That was it. Good win. On to the next. Yep. Shout out to the Hardgate Celtic Supporters Club in Clydebank. Jason Quincy says, well, nice to have you on board, mate. I'll just let you see down this end of Alicante, another pub there. And there they are taking the flag down. Look, the flag that came down halfway during the game. Guys taking it down. It is a great result. It was a stroll in the park, Paul, wasn't it? I think when you look at it, it was an easy game. St Mirren are terrible as a team. I think the St Mirren manager must have just went out and said, look, get me as many players over 6 foot tall as you can and make it as hard as for us to play against. And really, it's not good football. It's not good to watch. After watching the Arsenal game yesterday, I thought, this Celtic game, it really needs to live up to something, but you've got to say that the weather was terrible. The weather was terrible yesterday. All that matters that we're back top. Yes, 3 easy points. It was 3 easy points. I'm going to take a walk this way, and it was a 3 easy points. But at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Next week is the big game. Next week is the game where if Celtic are going to go 5 points clear, we need to make sure that it's emphatic. Callum McGregor's goal. What an absolute screamer. Typical Callum McGregor goal. I've got to say it was a typical Callum McGregor goal. And what about Alistair Johnston? Alistair Johnston scoring a goal. You've got to say, Ali Johnson scoring any goal at any time, in any game, is a fantastic achievement. Comfortable win, it says Joseph. Yep, it was that. Celtic fans, a little too easy more than hoops. Was it too easy, or was it a game that was, let's face it, come on, St Mirren were woeful. As a football team that didn't try to play football, they're just a big, I even said to the missus, I was like, I don't even know if these players are actually football players, but it is what it is. Could have been 5, could have been 4 against Sevco next Sunday. Open up the gap. We definitely need to make sure that we score 2 or 3. Jian says, let's hope that the same result against Sevco next week. I'll take 2-0 against them next week. It's just another game. The important thing for me is Brendan Rodgers made a statement today. Brendan Rodgers made a statement saying, we need a left back. The fact that he played Tony Ralston trying to get this. The fact that he played Tony Ralston in that position today says we are light in that position. We're light. We need a left back. We need a left back in as quick as we can. Is that a message to the board? Was that a shout to the board to get a left back in? I think it is. Brendan Rodgers is up next. More reaction. Ali Johnson scores. One and only Rio Hatate scores. Rio Hatate scoring. Good for his confidence. I think that we still need players in. It's important. It just shows you. It shows you how many players that we need in. The fact that he puts Tony Ralston, takes off Greg Taylor and brings on Tony Ralston. Was it because Greg Taylor was getting the runaround? Was it because the big guy was basically kicking lumps into him? And he thought, do you know what, I'm going to stick on the bricky just to get you. Love these early goals. Yeah, definitely need a left back, says Joseph. That is a problem area. Tom says, a source will never mention. We're in talks with definitely with 4 players next week. Yep, well, we know that we're in talks with at least 2 players for midfield. We're still in talks with Liverpool to get in their left back, and we're still in talks to get a defender in. So there's 4 players definitely coming in next week. I think Brendan Rodgers probably wants 6 players in, let's be honest. Going on today's performance. Best stats from Rio in over a year. I thought that Ralston played well when he came on in that position. But he did, Gerald, but it just shows you that we need players in that position. You know, we need, and we can't rely on the likes of Ralston to come on, and especially if in the Champions League, that's just going to open up all sorts of can of worms. Then 5 players are required, says Paul Beard. Yep. Looking down on the Rangers, Kieran says, hail, fucking hail. Nothing beats watching the Celtic hammer teams when at work. Yeah, nothing better than that. Piling on the agony, says Carly. Yep. Alistair Johnson never stopped. Alistair, and what about that run? I'm sorry, but we need to mention Alistair Johnson. What about that run for Alistair Johnson? Comes unmarked into the box and hits an absolute screamer right into the back of the net. You've got to say it was a fantastic goal for Ali Johnson. I'm going to go in and see if they're saying what the Celtic manager is saying before we finish this one up. But he's not back on. He's not back on yet. Jump into the comments section, and Sunday is hump day. Yeah, Sunday is hump day. Let's make sure we get as many as possible. All right. Alistair Johnson's been my favourite player for a while. Oh, it's Matt O'Reilly, Carly. Anyway, how long have we been on? 7 minutes, and you've got a couple more. Happy days, back looking down on the safe goal. Yeah, that's all that really matters. It was a good game. It was a struggle. Let's face it. It was a hard slog in that weather. The weather didn't do too much. I'm just waiting on Brendan Rodgers coming on to see what Brendan Rodgers says about that game today. Brendan Rodgers will say, "Look, you've done well, guys. The pitch was soaking wet. The pitch was starting to cut up. It's only August. We're not even into September, and we're starting to talk about pitches and that already. Never mind the rain. The rain was just terrible. I've never said Matt O'Reilly is my favourite player ever. Says Ali, you will never see a roll that anywhere by me. Carly's a fish. Who's that lying in the seashore? George says, Baz, I'll have a San Miguel, please. They've not actually got San Miguel because in this side, oh, they have actually. I'll show you that now. So you can get Stella, you get San Miguel, you get a Guinness. There you go. All the good beers. Stella, 3 points, 3 goals, all good. Still waiting on Brendan Rodgers coming on. What did you think of the game?
I thought it was pretty good. Usual performance away from home this season. Yeah, we played pretty well. Professional performance. Didn't miss Matt O'Reilly, really?
No. It was a shite game though, wasn't it?
It was a shite game.
It was a shite game, let's face it. But it is 3 points and that's all that matters. Cheers from Italy. Cheers from Italy. Kristen's coming in from Italy. Clyde Bank, the champagne Clyde Bank's in. That means that you're getting I always do that. It's the best way to do it. If you pre-warn folk that I'm going to come and talk to them, they're like, oh shit, what did I talk about? And if you just spring it on them, they need to talk. Anyway, we are sitting waiting on the manager coming in. There is 134 people on the live. 3-0 away from home in the conditions. Happy with that? Yeah, I'm happy with that. So, Callum retired from internationals. It's only good for Celtic. It's that, and they've turned the fucking telly over. You're having a laugh. Shower of shite. Anyway, what an absolute shower of shite. They've turned the telly over. Right, that has been done and dusted for this afternoon. Back with the video tomorrow morning. I don't know if I'm going to do a live later on tonight, but it's going to be a busy, busy week. Remember, we've got the Champions League the Champions League draw. Champions League draw on Thursday, and then the big one on the Friday. Hopefully, we'll get all our business done and dusted before the Friday. And I can't remember how to switch this off. I'll see you on the next video. Stephen Johnson's in the house. Oh, that's it. It's easy. They've changed it. YouTube's changed how you do lives. Anyway, get a couple of comments before we go. And got your hand at St Mirren's groundkeeper. That pitch was obviously for the weather. Yeah, it was that. Get a smile, get a swally, and do a live tonight. But no, I'm not getting a swally doing a live tonight. Funnily enough, that because there's a couple of folk that are usually down in Guardamar. They can tell when I've had a drink and then I do a live. Funny that, eh? Anyway, good luck, Stephen. Hail, Stephen. Everyone's shouting at that. I shall see you on the next video. Yeah, I have to remember what channel was on.